Welcome, everyone. We are live. We are on a couple minutes early here for our remarketing advertising training coming up here. We got Carl next to me, right over there. We're going to give it a few minutes here for everyone else to trickle in, then we'll do some formal introductions.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. Good afternoon on this beautiful Thursday.
Looks like we got almost 50 people online already, waiting to hear your words of wisdom.
My words of wisdom. Yeah, I'm super excited about this one. This one should be a good one. And it's a new webinar that we haven't done in the past, so a lot of good material to be sharing.
Yeah, for anyone wondering, we are actually live. It is May 6th today at 1:59 p.m. Where's everyone watching from today? Where's everyone tuning in? Let's see who we got. I always love seeing where everyone's at.
Got some Boston, Sacramento.
Deb down in Austin. India, UK, we got some international viewers as well.
Yep.
I know it's late over there, or early. Sorry.
Yep.
Time zones.
Indianapolis, LA. Got Los Angeles, not Lower Alabama. Ottawa, Toronto, man, all over the place. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. People are flowing in.
All right. Well, it is. We got Emmanuel coming in from Miami.
Nice. Well, he's bringing the hype. He said, "Yo, Miami, Florida. Here we go."
All right. It's 2 o'clock. I'm going to be your host and help out Bobby Bishop. I'm the marketing manager here at the HOTH. Next to me is the PPC guru himself, Carl Bartling. He's going to be talking to everyone today about remarketing and how it can apply to their business. But without further ado, I'm going to pass this over to you, Carl, to take it away.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? Once again, welcome. This is one of our newest webinars. So I'm excited for everyone out there and share all this content. We got people trickling in. So without further ado, I'm going to actually share my slides and we're going to get started on this. Before we do that, can everyone hear me and see me? Can we just get a thumbs up in the chat or one in the chat, whatever is easiest? Yes and yes, perfect. Thumbs up, perfect, awesome. Well, Bobby, let me know if that changes. All right, awesome. So let's see, we're going to share your screen and we're going to get this going. Okay, awesome. Can everybody still see my screen? Yes. All right, sweet, awesome. So welcome, everyone. My name is Carl Bartling, and today we're talking about how to laser target hot prospects automatically to capture more leads and sales. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. We have a lot of content today to cover, a lot of action-packed value, so we're going to just dive into it. So this today is for you if you want to actually capture more results out of your existing marketing efforts. You want to dramatically decrease your cost per lead or cost per sale with your marketing, and you want to automatically follow up with those hot prospects without any manual work. This presentation, I'm actually going to show you the strategy we're using inside of PPC and HOTH PPC, the strategy we're using and how you can copy it. We'll actually show you some real world scenarios and recent case studies, and we're actually going to show you some real strategies and takeaways on how you can implement this yourself. During this presentation, we're going to be covering a lot, 30 to 45 minutes of pure training. If you have any questions, put them in the chat and Bobby will mark them as questions and we'll answer those at the end. We got a Q&A. Once again, stick around to the end. I'm going to show you where to get the slides. We're going to do a 30-minute Q&A. Ask me anything you want. Plus, we're going to have a special deal for those who stick around. So my goal for today is really, really simple. I want to show you how you can automatically capture more customers for your business. Can I get a thumbs up for who wants to actually automatically capture more customers? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Great, great. Yep. I mean, pretty straightforward. Everybody wants to do that. So
Boom, boom, boom.
boom. But why listen to me? I'm the PPC manager here at the HOTH. I opened my first business when I was 17. I'm now 29. And I landed my first rock star client when I was 18. I've over 5 years experience in paid traffic and full funnel builds. So besides just getting traffic and qualified traffic, actually bringing them down the customer journey, lead magnets, sales page build outs, webinars, and much, much more. Now I help manage millions of dollars of ad spend for clients. I love my wife, cats, all things marketing, and motorcycles. And why the HOTH? Well, I'm sure you've seen us around at trade shows pre-COVID. You may have seen us around maybe an ad or two, maybe blog posts all over the place. And you guys obviously know about the HOTH monster. We've been around since 2009, serving SEO. Now we offer content and paid advertising. We've been in the Inc. 5000 and a lot of other awards. We're also a Google certified partner. So we actually are specialized in search ads, video ads, display ads, and now shopping ads. And we are a Google partner through their program. So how many people here spend a lot of time and money getting traffic to your website? Can I just get a 1 in the chat if you guys spend a lot of time and money getting traffic to your website? Yep, hands up, money, 1. Again, lots of traffic is amazing, right? We hear it all day long, especially with us being an SEO company and paid traffic. We hear it traffic, traffic, traffic. But there's ultimately one big problem when we see this. It's a leaky bucket. And I'm going to show you why. So users hit your website. They're interested in your product or service, but for whatever reason, they don't buy. And ultimately, it's the time to say goodbye. This could be for a number of reasons. Maybe they forgot, they got distracted, their computer glitched, Netflix was in the next tab. Bobby, you know, they got a text. I mean, it could be for a million different reasons. I know I do it and everyone else does. So they left your website never to be seen again. In fact, more than 90% of users actually bounce off a site without converting. I mean, that's crazy, right? So if you had 1,000 people last month visit your website, that means 900 people just bounced off and didn't convert. An actual recent study by Episerver shows that 92% of consumers do not purchase on the first interaction. I'm going to actually show you some real data to back this inside of analytics later on, so hold on. And we see that the conversion rates for different types of businesses, e-commerce is only 1 to 3%, B2B, business to business, is only 2.2 to 4.3, and then every other business, kind of B2C, is 2.3 to 5.3. And I show you this because it's very, very important to understand. So what about the other 98% who don't convert, right? Like they just die off, we just lose them and hope and pray they come back? No. We want to have converting visitors. So I had to get the little Drake meme going, have a little fun. So what if you could get ultimately the other 98% of those hot prospects to come back to your website? Would that change your business? Does that sound good? Would you be excited? Can I get a yes in the chat? Hell yeah, yes, yes, yes. Awesome.
Lots of yeses.
Lots of yeses. Well, so welcome to the world of remarketing. All right. So let's go and let's dive into this together. So what is remarketing? Let's start with the basics. It's a way to inexpensively and digitally promote your products and services to people who have seen your site, right? We went over that a little bit. Basically, a virtual salesperson gently reminding past users about your amazing products or services. And I mentioned products or services because this is not solely just for lead generation or just for e-commerce. It works for both. It works for all different types of businesses as well. Some of the big benefits that we see to remarketing allows you to engage with past visitors, tap into your past investments for a very low cost, which is AKA remarketing to your SEO or paid traffic sources. So maybe you've run paid ads in the past, you've had SEO in the past, you have a lot of referral traffic maybe. Well, you can actually start remarketing to those users. And you get people who were interested in your product or service and push them to convert. Look, we've seen all those ads, right? You left Amazon, you left Best Buy, you left all these big brands, and we see all these ads kind of follow us around. So let's break it down and show you how it works and how it can work for literally anyone on this call. Everyone on this call should be doing remarketing. So user visits your website, right? We got that. The remarketing tag tags the user using analytics. The user leaves, bye-bye. And your ad is shown to that user when they visit other websites. So now we're basically following up with them and once again, giving them that gentle reminder And the user sees and clicks your ad and is brought back. If that's going back to your e-commerce store, if that's going back to a landing page or whatever that is, we're bringing them back. And that's the powerful thing. The simple strategy is responsible for massive amounts of sales across the board. And this is why personally, inside of the HOTH, internally, Bobby, you know this, you run this, is why we run 60,000 plus per month of solely retargeting ads ourselves. You know, we're putting our money where our mouth is, and this is why we run over $60,000 per month. We run a plethora of ads from search to display to YouTube, yet the remarketing are always consistently winning. Our most profitable campaigns have been from remarketing. On average, we're actually seeing a 2 to 9x return from our remarketing ads. Once again, somebody who's gone to the HOTH website or one of our landing pages, maybe checked out a lead magnet, they come back again and again, and we're seeing a 2 to 9x. So we love the results so much that we wanted to share it with everyone else, and we wanted to show it to everyone else that it could be affordable and profitable for any size business. It wasn't these really large, big brands like Amazon or Best Buy or Target were the only people that could remarket. We wanted to show people that anybody or any size could affordably and profitably remarket. So let's show you a few examples of it in action, right? So my big journey is I use SEMrush or SEMrush almost daily at the HOTH. It's one of our tools that we use to just do research on SEO, PPC, etc. And on sites that allow ad placements, I actually began seeing these SEMrush ads everywhere, all over the place. And I started seeing these other remarketing banner ad examples all over the place. So how many people on this call, we just put a one in the chat, have seen these different style of ads? You guys can see right here and here, right? Yep. So you guys seen them all over the place. People see them all over, especially with different websites that they've gone to, but they just kind of follow you around. Your remarketing ads are placed specifically on the Google Display Network with the ability to actually reach 90% of the internet. It actually includes Google-owned sites, which is YouTube and Gmail, plus a collection of over 2 million websites. So if you guys are ever worried about not being able to reach enough people on the Google Display Network and say, oh, I want to advertise on Reddit or Facebook or Snapchat or another network, I promise you, you haven't tapped into the power of Google Display Network and other networks through Google, because there's over 2 million websites plus YouTube plus Gmail. So here's why this is so vital right now. Like I said, it takes multiple times for somebody to actually go through and before they check out. So here's a user flow that we pulled from analytics, and you guys can see here, it took this person 2 to 4 times on average before actually opting in. And you can see that there's multiple ways that this person's gone to the website, come back, gone to the website, come back before actually opting in. Here's another example. This, on average, for someone to convert, it took this website 2 to 6 times before someone opting in. You can see at the top right, there's 237 conversions, and it took a minimum of 2 times for somebody to come in and actually opt in. This one, it took 2 to 4 times again before them opting in. And this one was crazy. This was for e-commerce. It took users 2 to 50 plus times before buying, which I found really, really interesting. Now, this was for a little bit higher end of a product. However, it was still an e-commerce store, and it still took them a lot of times to go back, maybe check out other products, check out features, pricing, whatever that person is doing, and they're researching again and again before buying or even opting in to become a lead. So on this call, can we all agree it takes more than just once to convert a user, right? That makes sense? Can we get a thumbs up in the chat? Boom, got them flowing in. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, let's go. Let me walk you through how this is crushing in the real world. So I'm going to actually dive into some HOTH PPC case studies, all part of our HOTH PPC Managed program. We take over your ad account and do everything you need to get your results. And we actually have over 130 clients on this program currently. So I hope you guys are all ready. The first case study is actually how we help the local service business dominate their area. This was for an HVAC company that wanted to generate more leads. They only had $2,500 to in ad spend to work with for all of their campaigns. So we knew right away it was going to be a little bit tight. HVAC is saturated with competitors. some of the challenges we also faced was very difficult to stand out with any advertising, right? Because HVAC, most people offer the same things. And each click was ranging from $10 to $55, depending on the keyword. Pretty outrageous. Most consumers wanted multiple quotes before committing, we found as well. So those were some of the major challenges. People wanted to get multiple quotes. There was a very high cost per click, and it was very hard to stand out. How else can you stand out from maybe 24/7 service, call us anytime, professional, things like that. Everyone says that. So we need to really figure out how to stand out. So our initial campaigns were search. We focused on high intent keywords and some well-optimized landing pages. And the leads started flowing in. I thought, well, this isn't too bad, but we ultimately had one issue. Remember our budget of $2,500? It got ate up quick. We even went over the first month because the client wanted more leads. Their cost per lead was below $200, but it was still profitable for the client. But this was still, the client wanted more and more and more. And with search campaigns, it was just the kind of name of the game was, all right, keep dumping more ad spend, but we had to figure out how to stand out, how to follow up with those clients because they need multiple quotes, and ultimately how to get our client more leads. So it was time to start cranking up retargeting. All right. So with the new campaigns, we had enough user data to start remarketing or retargeting, however you guys want to say it. This allowed us to stay in front of our past visitors at all time and allowing visitors to build trust with us and not forget about us. So I'm sure many of you have been even to the HOTH website and seen those HOTH ads all over the place. It's not just because we have a healthy marketing budget. Any size company, even this client here that we're talking about, was able to run remarketing ads profitably. The offer, all good marketing campaigns come with a good offer. We kept it simple with get a free quote since our client wanted to just focus on high-end clientele. We didn't want to focus on any discounts, no summer special seekers. We see this a lot of times in HVAC and AC. It's like, summer got you down. Here's a $29 summer special. We didn't want that. And the results were pretty awesome. We dropped our average cost per click down from $13 down to 25 cents, right? Think about how far that budget's going to go now. Our cost per lead dropped by 145%, and our lead flow was 4x in the next month from solely remarketing. The best part, remarketing works with any traffic. It doesn't need to just be paid advertising. It doesn't need to be remarketing just of organic or anything. All your traffic, we can just start remarketing to. So some big key takeaways for this one was for effective remarketing, you will always need a simple offer. Make the offer easy to understand. You must understand your customer avatar and what they're looking for. Remember, we knew our customers wanted to get multiple quotes. They're looking around. They're seeing other brands. We need to stay in front of them. And no matter the campaign, SEO, PPC, mail, don't quit, keep going, and keep trying new things again and again. All right, awesome. So that's case study number one. I know these are going to be quick. Bobby, you got any questions, or you want to keep them till the end?
A couple come through, but I'm going to save those for the end. I didn't see anything specific to that case study. So keep on.
All right, awesome. Sweet. So the second case study was helping generate more leads in the web design space, right? As you all know, if you guys are in the web design space or you service web design clients, these are this is a very expensive and competitive industry again. So we had a web design client who was using our SEO and PPC services. They did web design and app development, and we found that it was very competitive. And their ad spend was around $8,000 per month. So remember that first case study was around $2,500. This ad spend was around $8,000, and some keywords once again were costing $50 per click or more. Once again, challenges were it's very tough to crack with web design and app development because there are so many people offering different things from a $200 website to a $100,000 website. It really does require a large amount of ad spend if you're just doing search or just cold traffic campaigns. And ultimately, time to review data, lead quality, and the business's closing cycle. Meaning if somebody got a lead the first month, it would ultimately take maybe 90 or 120 days for that person to close that lead. So it was really, really important that we stuck to advertising and stuck on one path for at least 3 to 4 months. So the initial campaigns, once again, we focus on search, focus on the high intent keywords, and well-optimized landing pages that were ready to convert. All of our metrics were looking good, and from an industry standard, we were headed in the right direction. But if there was an opportunity to do better, then we would take that opportunity. So you guys can see here, our average cost per click was $25. Average click-through rate was around 2%. Average cost per lead was around $235, and for Web design, app development, not too bad at all. But it was time to add remarketing. Once again, this is like the secret weapon. This is the 1-2 punch. And once again, from knowing the customer's avatar, we knew remarketing would allow us a competitive advantage because we actually found that their competitors were not running remarketing or display ads at all. Plus, it'll give us the opportunity to capture more warmed up leads, meaning even if somebody opted in, yeah, they're a lead, but we want to make sure, we want to remind them of the company, okay? And go from there. So the offer was simple and straight to the point, get a quote, no discounts. And the results, we dropped our average cost per click from $25 down to $1.35. The cost per lead went from $2.35 down to $95. I mean, just slash their lead cost down in half, and our leads flowed more than they doubled compared to search. So that was massive. Key takeaways, don't let competition or high cost per click scare you away from advertising, because that's all irrelevant after you start closing business and starting to see that ROI. And there are other ways than just search advertising to start getting users back and convert them. Remember that. There's always other things that you can do and get creative with your advertising. And our final case study for today is going to be driving new sales for an e-commerce store. I know we just went over some lead generation. We're going to go over an e-commerce store now. So we had a car audio brand that were running their own search ads that were producing a positive ROI. They just wanted to be everywhere though and become the authority in their space. Car audio is pretty competitive and most resellers of the equipment sell the same thing. You just have to stick it out in other ways than just a pricing discount. So you can't just sell your car audio and be kind of race to the bottom when it comes to prices or race to the lowest, anything like that. So our strategy, since the client was already focused on search campaigns, our strategy was to use display ads to get them everywhere. Once again, that Google Display Network was over 2 million websites plus YouTube and Gmail. So we would remarket to people all over the US on the display network and YouTube. We actually worked with the client on solely remarketing past visitors, and we created some dynamic product ads, and the client supplied us with YouTube ads. Dynamic ads were really cool because this actually allowed us, if we looked at a specific speaker or product on their website, then this would actually show, the specific product going in there, which is super nice. So if you viewed, like I said, a speaker or subwoofer, you would see that product again and again and remind you about that product. And then YouTube ads, the client gave us some really great ads. And on top of that, the secret was the 1-2 punch in this case, and they allowed us to show the products working and made them stand out from the competition. So a lot of people want to see what the speakers look like, what they'll fit, and different areas like that. So we used the dynamic ads for actually showing the products, and the YouTube ads kind of showing how they worked, almost like an infomercial. And the message, it was really important for this one. In areas we could add headlines and descriptions, we want to make sure we stood out from the crowd, including points about the product selection, shipping, customer service, etc. And the results were pretty awesome. In the first month, we were able to re-engage past visitors and get them to finally check out. These ads are now consistently bringing in a 7x return on their ad spend, meaning for every dollar they spend on their ads, they make 7 in return. So once again, be creative with different offers and find ways to attract new customers. Although it's digital advertising, think about what the consumer wants to see before buying. In this case, they want to see and almost hear the product as they went through with those dynamic and YouTube ads. So does everyone on this call see how this can work with any niche in your current traffic? %, yes. 1,000%, yes. Awesome. But that's not all. Guys, remarketing works for service and product-based businesses across the board. This is one of our secret sauces when we get everyone, all of our clients with HOTH PPC, we start driving traffic, but then we start remarketing for almost everyone just because it's affordable, it works, and profitable. So who would like to tap into remarketing and get past traffic converting? Most people don't know where to start. That's one of the biggest problems. PPC can be confusing on the best approach, and you can literally burn thousands in ad spend if you're not properly managing your campaign. And you might have even been turned off by past marketing agencies. So we created the solution, HOTH PPC remarketing, meaning you can purchase just remarketing solely from the HOTH. Where you're done for you all-in-one remarketing service. It's the best way to ultimately start remarketing visitors with Google on autopilot. And it's a team dedicated to driving conversions and ultimately helping your business grow. Instead of worrying about all the hidden settings, the buttons, we put together an expert team equipped with an advanced strategy to get you stellar results. So here's how it works. You join HOTH PPC, we ask you a few questions to get started. You get a dedicated campaign manager. So we don't just get you set and you're set it and forget it. You actually have a dedicated campaign manager to help you go through. They'll create your ads for you, your banner ads, everything, your whole system for you, and get you set up. They do research and campaign planning. We create the display ads at no extra charge. Unlike other agencies, we create the display ads at no extra charge, and we build out your custom audiences inside of analytics for you. Plus, if you're on lead generation, we actually build out your landing pages with great copy. They're beautiful, they match your brand, and are proven to convert highly. And you don't have to solely rely on your website converting anymore. After that, we go live and optimize. All right. After you guys approve everything, we'll go live and start monitoring results. And we check your account daily and perform our strategic series of optimizations. And as always at the HOTH, we have transparent reporting, so you guys can see things at all times of what's going on. It's a truly all-in-one system. And the best part is remarketing. We can actually build that out for you this week. In the next 3 to 5 business days, you can be up and running on a new system to guys get those past users re-engage and back to either your website to buy or a landing page and get those conversions in the door. We need to start getting those conversions. So for everyone who stayed on this webinar, we have a special offer. As a way of saying thanks for sticking on this webinar, we're going to give you all a full month of free of remarketing with a 3-month commitment. That's literally how valuable, and we believe that everyone should be on it. If you're running SEO, if you're running advertising, if you just have just organic traffic from past efforts, everyone should be on this, and everyone needs to go. So for this month only, you get your first month of remarketing free. It's $250 setup fee, $250 monthly management, and we're waiving everything for the first month for you. Just solely, obviously, the ad spend's not included, but that only starts at $250 per month for ad spend. So it's huge. First month free of remarketing. You guys saw what this can do for your business. Literally, like I said, everyone at this time should be taking advantage of this. So we have some limited spots. So claim them now at thehoth.com/pop. Bobby, if you can, drop that in there, thehoth.com/pop. You guys can book a call or sign up. There's an option there, but thehoth.com/pop. And your investment with the other agencies to get started. So a branded landing page, which we include, is typically about $1,000. Their graphic design and banner ad creation is $900. Competitor and offer research is another $500. Man, stacking up here. Google tracking setup, $300. You pay usually a remarketing campaign setup fee of $250 for a total of $2,950. That's just to get you started. That's not even your management. Your cost today, though, guys, would be $0. All you pay is ad spend with a 3-month commitment. And that's not even our cost. Our cost is typically $250 per month for management. That's it. You're not paying all those crazy costs like this. You're not paying for the landing page. You're not paying for the graphic design. You're not paying extra for the competitor and offer research. You're not paying extra for Google tracking. You're not paying extra for that campaign setup. It's all included in our packages. So we have limited spots. Claim your spot now at thehoth.com/pop. And who ultimately is this best for? Very, very simple. You must have at least 100 active monthly users on your site. You must be generating consistent sales with your business. You must be able to spend $250 per month in ad spend, and you must be able to commit to 3 months. Pretty simple, straightforward, nothing crazy. Just thehoth.com/pop to learn more about it and grab this deal. And I like to break down the ROI on your investment. So let's break it down. So let's say we're talking about a plumber or just a regular service-based business. And for the most case, the average customer lifetime value over 6 months is $1,000, right? So they purchase from you. After that, your cost for remarketing/advertising over 6 months with the HOTH is $3,000. $250 ad spend, $250 management. That's $500 times 6 is $3,000. Okay. In 6 months, you acquire 50 new leads. Okay, 50 new leads, and you close 20% or 10 of those new leads. New client revenue is 1,000 times 10 leads closed equal $10,000. So in the last 6 months off of this program, you would have got new revenue of $10,000 hypothetically. All right. So the profit is $10,000 of new client income minus $3,000 advertising costs, leaving you with $7,000 in return. This is a great program once again for those service-based businesses. dentists, roofers, HVAC, e-commerce stores again and again. So don't wait. Start remarketing now. Let's book a call at thehoth.com/pop. The call is free. Once again, talk to them about the webinar special. We only have a limited spots going on. So I know we got a lot going on. Let's get that Q&A going on in a second. All right. Wow. Bobby, we got the calls coming in, buddy. Before we get that Q&A started, we got the calls coming in. We got Eric. He's ready to take action on his business. He just went ahead and booked a call. Let's see. We got Taylor. She went ahead and booked a call. All right, John, let's go. Come on, who else is booking calls on here? Everyone's ready to go, guys. You guys can talk to the account managers about the webinar special. We're ready to go. We got George on here. He booked a call, ready to take action, ready to get that remarketing going. All right, Leanna, ready to go. All right, hand up, let's go. And then we got Denise. All right, awesome. Let's start taking some questions in here, Bobby.
Yeah, all righty. Well, let's get into it here. We got one. Where did it go? So Ming wanted to know, so we just need $250 per month all in ad spend in order to get the deal?
Nope, Bobby. Bobby, say that one more time. Sorry, you broke up.
Yeah, sorry. Ming wanted to know, so all we have to do is spend $250 the whole month.
Yep. Yeah. So for the first month, you don't have to pay a setup fee or management fee. You save $500 by just being on this webinar. All you have to do is pay minimum $250 ad spend directly to Google. And the second and third month, I saw Ming, that is $250 per month. That's it. Plus $250 ad spend. So it'd be $250 a month management, $250 a month minimum ad spend to Google. So if you looked at that all in, it'd be $500 per month after the first month.
Awesome.
Yep.
Another one from Emmanuel. What if I'm getting people coming from Facebook ads to my website?
Yeah, it's a great question. We can remarket to them. As long as we have analytics installed, we can start building a custom audience just from those users, which is great. Once again, that's warmed up traffic and they're ready to convert.
All right, let's find another. I don't feel like I have enough traffic to spend more than $1 a day on remarketing ads. Any resources for increasing traffic?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be through if you do other paid advertising or SEO. You want to be at a minimum 100 users per month. If you're not there, I would definitely recommend you going the other route of SEO or paid advertising to start building up that traffic.
Gotcha. Another question from Ming. What about month 2 and 3? Do you want to explain how that works, Carl?
Yeah, month 2 and 3 will just be, once again, that'll be $250 a month management fee plus your ad spend after month 2 and 3.
Perfect. Rice had a question. Any case studies of e-commerce fashion brands? We have a whole page on our site for all of our case studies are thehoth.com/case-studies. I don't know if we have any fashion ones, Carl, but we do have quite a few e-commerce.
Yeah. As of right now, we don't have one published. However, we worked with fashion brands, and we found it's just about being unique, standing out, and figuring out your specific angle in the market.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Let's take a look back a little bit. I know we passed some at the beginning here. From Rice, do you remarket on discovery ads?
So discovery ads are basically just a new smart campaign type that goes all over Google. So we use Google Display Network. We do more the manual approach, which we found has the best result. So yeah, we don't do it physically with a discovery campaign type. Like I said, that's more of a smart campaign type. We just build it out on the Google Display Network.
Perfect. James has a question here. For a lead gen campaign, do you recommend a different type of landing page for remarketing?
Yeah, it really depends. I mean, we like to send it back to the first landing page that they saw. And the reason being is because they saw it already. People are used to seeing it. They're building trust with it. However, maybe someone who's seen it, you could offer some sort of discount or some more incentive to get them going.
Awesome. Looks like I got a few more questions coming in. Don't forget to go to thehoth.com/pop and book your call to get the offer right now. All right,
Yep.
Another one. What is a good entry-level budget for small business owners in general in terms of ad spend?
It really depends on your goals. If that means bringing in 5 leads or 5 new customers, if you could give us a little bit more details, and even if you want to just shoot a number out, say I wanted to get 100 clients a month, what that would look like, and we can, build upon that a bit more.
Great question from John here. Can you narrow remarketing to specific pages on your site, or is it just if a visitor comes to any page on your site?
Yeah, it's called segmenting, and we can do that. So sometimes we'll exclude if somebody does opt in. We have enough traffic where we can exclude those users, and we'll just focus on specific areas of, say, the site they went to. Say you have for even at the HOTH internally, maybe we would just want to remarket to SEO people that checked out the SEO sales page or checked out the PPC sales page. We can go and do that and segment inside analytics.
Awesome. Question from Sarah. I saw you have one about a display campaign running that's kind of not getting approved. That's obviously something I don't really know how to diagnose just from the chat here, but that is exactly what this call is for. Why don't you go ahead and book a call, and our experts can go ahead and take a look for you for free. So I'm going to move on from that question there. Liana, do I still need the SEO person to work on my website with this remarketing?
Yeah, so you're still going to want to have SEO, right? Because that's actually pumping in traffic, and ultimately long term you're going to be ranking your website. So very important. We actually have a great blog out that says it's SEO versus PPC and how they work together. To me, they need to be working at all times together, and you guys need to have at least organic or SEO in the works, as well as at the minimum remarketing in the works together, because once again, you're getting people to your site, you're investing a lot with SEO, but once again, people fall off. 98% of people fall off. We need to follow up with them at all times.
Question from Nicole here. I manage an IT company, and Google is flagging us for policy issues around help desk support. Do you have any recommendations for an IT company, advertising for an IT company?
Yeah, we work actually with a lot of IT companies. They are pretty challenging just because it's a very competitive space, very high cost per clicks, and we usually recommend anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 per month on ad spend.
David Van Norman here had a good question talking about how much management kind of costs. I think we've gone over that already, but he said, what's a good way to pitch this service to the owner of my company and communicate the costs and benefits?
Yeah, so what I like to do, and I'll just go through back on my screen, I like to break it down even when we have people on our service. I like to break it down kind of just doing the math and kind of doing the napkin math almost, and just trying to make it make sense for them. So, how many leads or sales do they need to break even or make profit? And then we kind of work backwards from there. So that's what I would recommend. A lot of times people just don't see value in just a non-tangible piece, but when you can start breaking down the math for them and showing them that it could be profitable, they are more likely to move forward with it.
Question from Vindus here. Can you help me on LinkedIn remarketing campaigns?
As of right now, we are just sticking to Google. But once again, Google's massive. And if you have good LinkedIn traffic, that would be a great opportunity to remarket to them on Google, because once again, it makes your brand just look bigger. You're all over the place. You're in front of them, and follow-up is king.
Good question from Chris here. Can I run one remarketing campaign for all related client domains, or does it have to be 3 different campaigns? For example, for one HOTH PPC subdomain landing page, the actual client domain visits, and the 3rd subdomain client uses for a separate email campaign.
I'm just reading through the question again, Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as it's the same business, we can do that. We can figure that out. Yeah, that is a good question. But yes, as long as it's the same business, it could be one order.
Another question from Alex about doing it on Facebook or LinkedIn. Again, right now, only Google, but who knows what the future may take us. We get a lot of requests for Facebook lately, haven't we, Carl?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff.
All right. If our industry, the health industry, is not eligible for remarketing, is it still worth it to do display campaigns without a remarketing audience set up?
It really depends on your business. I mean, I would maybe look at other areas to essentially remarket to. If that's getting them in an email list and emailing them, I would find other ways of following up with them if it's banned in your industry. So
Perfect.
So I'd really focus heavily on getting those leads on the front end. Mm-hmm.
Good one from Emmanuel here. Has iOS 14 had an impact on remarketing?
Oh man, Facebook has had some really big issues with this. I always say like Facebook's a teenager compared to Google. Google's older, mature, stable. And Google, as of right now, we've not really seen too many changes. Nothing of the severity that Facebook has had. So,
one last one here. It looks like we're down to the last one. Any more questions? Go ahead and put them in the chat here from Rice. When do you call it a day and stop serving ads to a non-converter? Again, if he's in the fashion industry, 30 days at a push.
Yeah, that's a good question. So we typically start our audiences at the last 30 days and get people back in, especially if people are not actively searching for that. So I would say 30 days is probably the cap. But once again, it depends. I mean, maybe looking at data inside analytics and seeing how long it takes for someone to purchase from you is very, very important. So, or even doing a customer survey. So you could reach out to your current clientele and you can email them and ask them the survey and be like, how long does it typically take you to purchase, or, things of that nature.
Awesome. One last one here from Yanisha. What would be the ideal length of video for YouTube ads if it's for brand awareness purposes?
Yeah, so on the technical side, you can only have a video that's minimum 12 seconds to 6 minutes. However, it's really the amount of content. So if you can pack some brand awareness stuff in there in a minute, do that. I would say the shorter, the better. So.
Awesome. Couple more trickling in here. Daniel, what about a local family-owned restaurant and winery chain? Can we set up various cities for various locations under one campaign?
Yeah, that's a great question. We're actually doing this for a local coffee shop right now. Not to St. Pete, but in their area. And they have multiple locations, and we're doing a really cool discount. So, yeah, so with that, we do that, like I said, for a lot of local businesses, and it really helps them out. And it gives unique coupons or discounts or offers to the specific locations.
Perfect. Little follow-up question from Chris. He had the question about the 3 different domains. He said, can I point the remarketing click back to whichever the source page was and not just all 3 of them packaged into one?
So for that, it would have to be 3 different ad groups. As long as you provided the sources, I don't see the source URLs. I don't see that being an issue. Yeah, I don't see it being too big of an issue as long as you're open to working with the team and helping us understand kind of the web of what you got going on online and go from there. So.
Perfect. And final question here before we wrap things up from Ming. Does the PPC service also help with the anti-competitive behaviors like fraud clicking?
Yeah, so that's a good question. I mean, Google has actually a lot of stuff built in, has a lot of stuff built in for click fraud. However, we typically use PPC Protect, or we refer people out to ppcprotect.com to use it. I mean, if you're looking at a $1,000 budget, $10,000 budget, even we even tested out for a few months with our HOTH internal budget. we didn't really see that too much fraud. I think that's a big thing that's coming up, but at least here targeting in the US, we did not see that much fraud.
Perfect. Well, I think that does it. I'll let you close it out here, Carl.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you everyone for your time. It was exciting going over remarketing with everyone. And like I said, this is something that I firmly believe that everyone should be on. If you haven't done advertising, that's okay. If you are just doing organic or you just have traffic coming in, that's okay too. And just getting back in front of those individuals that have been on your site, you guys can use this to generate new leads, new sales, even more brand awareness. Show that you're the authority and build trust with those users again and again. Once again, we're giving you guys a month plus the setup fee absolutely free this month when you commit to 3 months. So you're all in total with ad spend for 3 months of remarketing with everything included would only be $1,000. So that's for 3 months. I think it's a great deal. Once again, there's no extra charges, no extra fees, anything like that. You get a dedicated campaign manager to work on your campaign. So it's all the bells and whistles. But check it out, thehoth.com/pop. We'll have the slides and the recording there available for you guys in the next few days. We'll talk to you soon.
All righty. Thanks, guys. Have a great Thursday. Bye.
Bye-bye.